Hey, today we're going to make char from hemp stalks. So here they are. This is the big pile from last year. This technique we're going to do today is not something you want to use to tackle a pile this size. It's going to be real slow going if you do that. But hemp stalks are light and dry and fibrous, and I bet you can use this same technique on other brush as long as it's bone dry. And so here's the setup we have is 2 drums. I'm working alone today, so these things only take 15 minutes to burn because they're just so light and dry and airy. You gotta watch the first video to make sense of this, because I'm not giving all the details in this one. So watch the double barrel retort using the small drum inside a 55-gallon drum, and then this one will make sense. I bet you could do this with corn stalks, you know, blackberry brush, all that kind of stuff. Give it a try. That's a pile of hemp stalks from last year's growing operation here in northeastern Oregon. I got the usual double barrel retort going here, and I'm about to fill another one. Here's the char we made last Saturday. Got another setup. We'll do 2 at once. Pull out some char and drive a truck over it to flatten that out a little bit so it's easier to pack in. Pack it into the inner drum. I'm putting it in fat side down so that the fat side will be at the top of the barrel and get exposed to more intense heat. And that gets packed and stuffed, you'll see. At first we experimented and we didn't want to pack it too tight. Tried different methods. It turned out it didn't matter. We can pack that thing as tight as possible. So I get as many stalks as I can in. Then I'm using this 6x6. Well, first I just kind of try to get it all down this bottom as hard as I can. I don't know if that did anything. And then I try to stuff it all in here. You get the idea. Then I gotta break all this in, stuff it in again to make sure it's all in. Broke all the stems and folded them into the center, and then stuffing it in again. Right, and I'll do that again so that there's nothing sticking out. All stuffed in, I'm just hitting it with the backside of a hatchet to knock it all down, make sure it's flat so that the rim of the barrel is in touch with the floor of the big barrel. Okay, this stuff is so springy that it'll stay in the barrel even when it's upside down. It won't budge. So you just put the barrel in, the little barrel inside the big barrel, refer to the other video. Now the hemp stalks go in fat side down again. Fat side's going to stay down in this barrel. That'll give us some coals at the bottom so that when the gases are coming out from the inner barrel, they'll have something to ignite, and the bottoms of this hemp stalks will burn longer than the tops. So I'm going to do the same thing and stuff this whole ring with hemp stalks and pack it in there. You can't pack any of this stuff too tight. It's amazing. There's gas flow through it all. Okay, it's stuffed, and I put a little some stalk tops in the middle for kindling, using the torch again, just because I'm used to it, because Used to do this in wet weather, but you don't need, put a little newspaper there and strike a match. This stuff's so dry it'll go up. Light it on the upwind side, it'll take off, and once it's down so that you can get the lid on, you put it on. Okay, time to put the lid on. Welder's gloves, don't forget the welder's gloves. That'll turn into a clear burn in a few minutes. 2 minutes into the burn now. It's cooking, clear burn. Churning and burning. You can see down in there, gases are roaring. If you can see down in there, there's hardly any coals. It's all pure gas burning. You can hear it. This stuff burns incredibly fast, and I have about a 98% success rate with this. There was one time that I didn't stuff the space between the two barrels with enough hemp stalks, and I had a few of the fattest stalks didn't get all the way through, but every other burn out of 10 burns has been 100%. It's ready to go now after 14 minutes. So I'm going to take the lid off, pour water between the two barrels to quench the coals on the bottom, pull the barrel out and dump it in and start again. There it is. I had to use two hands to do this stuff, so I can't take the video. You see all the stalks are 100% char, cooked all the way through. Remember, you got to quench it. Pour water on this when you take it out of the drum, or else it's going to want to ignite. Really fine stuff. You don't have to chop it up much at all. Also want to tell you or remind you to be safe. This stuff will kill your forearms. I've been doing it in a t-shirt, and my forearms are just they're punctured and bleeding. What else? Be sure you have water on hand. I'm doing this right next to a drainage ditch, not a drainage ditch, an irrigation ditch. So I'm right here, have plenty of water and 55-gallon buckets for safety. I'm using welder's gloves to protect my hands from the heat. And then I'm leaving now, so I just drenched the whole area with water as a further safety precaution. It's a rainy day. It's a light rain falling right now, but you never know. Things change fast here in the mountains. Okay? Enjoy.